The year is 1980. The subway is full of aging cars covered with graffiti, and the system is in a state of disrepair. The B division is in dire need of some new cars. The MTA wants to continue the R44, R46 series with a new model, the R55. It will have the body of an R46, but with different mechanisms, such as the controls. Due to a lack of funding, this car never left the drawing board. Several years later, the A division was receiving new cars, the R62s and R68As. This called attention to the fact that the B division still needed new cars. This new type of car was called the R68, announced in late 1982. It would be a mix of the R55 and R62. Parts of the exterior were changed from the original R55 plan, and the interior, like that of the R62s, was stainless steel to battle graffiti. The cab arrangement became one full cab and one half cab on each car. It was proposed for the full cab to be collapsible, like on the R62s, but this never happened. 225 cars were to be built by Westinghouse Amrail in France, at the cost of $933,000 per car. In early February 1986, the first R68 arrived in the city to enter the system via the South Brooklyn Railway. It is a common misconception that due to its 75-foot length, it was unable to navigate a certain curve, and the curve had to be rebuilt. This is actually untrue, as in an interview, a worker who was there revealed that the real issue was an old type of switch that commonly derailed trains. This had to be fixed, causing the delivery to be delayed until late February. In April, the new cars began revenue testing. By June, they had passed, and on June 20th, the first R68 consist began regular service on the D. These new cars soon proved to be very problematic. The companies in France, which had worked together to build the R68s, had not communicated well, leading to numerous issues with doors, brakes, and wiring, breaking down often. Due to this, the contract for 200 more cars, now called the R68As, was awarded to Kawasaki in Japan at the cost of $958,000 per car. The parts were manufactured in Japan, and final assembly occurred in the Kawasaki plant in Yonkers. The first R68As arrived in the city in April 1988. The first revenue train made up of them ran on May 18th on the D. Both types of cars were too heavy, and their 75-foot length caused even more problems. Walking between the cars was unsafe, and getting on and off of the trains was slower due to fewer doors on the same length consist. There were also several lines that the cars could not run on. The MTA locked the end doors and found many ways to fix the mistakes on the R68s made by Westinghouse Amrail. As previously mentioned, both types of cars were delivered as single cars, with a full cab on one end and a half cab on the other. One of the post-production modifications made by the MTA to improve the cars involved semi-permanently coupling the single cars into 4-car sets. These sets were arranged such that they always had full cabs on either end. A few R68s were left as single units for shuttle service. The R68As were the last cars to have a length of 75 feet due to the many issues associated with it. The R68s replaced all R16s that were still running, as well as many R10s, R27s, and R30s. The R68As replaced the remaining R10s, R27s, and unrebuilt R30s. All of these were retired by the early 1990s. In 2010, the R68s and R68As were at their projected half-life. The MTA began testing different upgrades to the technology on the cars. Many different upgrades from various companies were tested. LED lights from CRRC in China were tested on 2 sets. LED lights, PA systems, and newer door chimes from Cepsa in Italy were tested on 1 set. LED and LCD displays, CCTV, PA and intercom systems, and TO displays from CSIT were tested on 2 cars. Melco display screens were tested on another set. LED lights and cameras were also tested on 1 set. All cars upgraded by these programs ran on the D until the upgrades were removed. The MTA eventually scrapped the idea of upgrading the R68s and R68As, leaving them as they were, which brings us to where we are today. The R68s and R68As are a fairly common type of car on the various B division routes that can handle them, projected to finally be retired in the late 20s to early 30s. But projected dates of retirement by the MTA are rarely accurate, so who knows when they'll really be gone for good. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. If you didn't, please tell me how I can improve it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.